Hey everyone, what's happening? It's me, Christian Colabelli, product manager of Effects Pedals here at Eventide, and I'm back with yet another episode of Before we get into this one, I'd just like to take a moment to ask you to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you can stay up to date with everything Eventide. Okay, so for this episode, I'm really going for a modern pop guitar sound. One of the most influential artists in the past decade for me has been Bon Iver, and his eponymous record, Bon Iver, has some just unbelievable soundscapes on it, and it's got this beautiful ambient guitar. And if you pop on that record and listen to the first track, Perth, the guitar line is just it's almost haunting. It's very transcending. So this example that I'm kind of utilizing here was partially influenced by that, but instead of Bon Iver going to a shed in the Great White North to record, this is like if he went to the jungles of Madagascar and built a treehouse. It's a little bit more colorful. And then also, I've been listening to a ton of Oz Noy lately, one of my favorite guitar players, and I've been checking out his record, Schizophrenic. I went back and delved into all of his stuff, and there's two kind of ballady tracks on that. One is called Twice in a While, and the other one is called Underwater Romance. And Oz is an effects genius, as I'm sure you know, as well as being an absolute ferocious monster of a guitar player and just a phenomenal musician. And on those tracks, he has some just beautiful ambient, again, soundscapes, and it really speaks. It kind of propels the guitar line forward. And then also Pat Metheny, Bright Size Life, same type of thing. Even though it's a jazz record, he was coming up and he had such amazing pop sensibility. And that record really influenced me. It always stuck with me. I loved how gorgeous his tone was and how warm it was. And that's something that's in this example as well. And then finally, I know this sounds kind of out of place, but Killswitch Engage, you might be thinking they're a metalcore band, right? Well, on Alive or Just Breathing, one of their earlier records, they had these beautiful acoustic interludes. And Adam D is an absolute wizard with just creating this beautiful progressions with pop sensibility. And you can't, even as brutal as Killswitch is, you listen to a chorus and you're like, am I listening to a Michael Bolton song or a metal tune? They have this just beautiful pop sensibility. So that's in here too. Okay, so now after this long diatribe of an intro, let's get into it. Okay, so I already I'm utilizing 3.9 pedals on this one. This is the big kahuna. I've got maybe this beautifully, kind of like a festive Christmas look going on. We've got the red, white, and green, or if you want to call Ultra Top white, I don't know. Or it's tinsel. It's like a Christmas type of vibe, you know? So I've got, first of all, I'm going into the Kemper, and I'm in the loop of the Kemper, and I'm going through a clean amp, and here is my dry tone. And it's just kind of a nice, a little bit of breakup with like a tube screamer. So check it out. So right, just a little bit of breakup there. Okay, so first up is micro pitch, and we got everything running in stereo here. So let me activate this. Check it out. Okay, so you hear that? This is like, out of all of these .9s in the chain, the micro pitch is just, it's a good starting place. It's a good foundation. And if you're browsing through EDM and you're looking for a preset to really give you a good idea of micro pitch and harness the powers and the abilities of this pedal, I would start with Wide Lead. This is a preset that the notorious Leon Todd came up with during beta, I believe. And it's just an absolutely outstanding starting point. It's like that gorgeous 3D lead tone. You know, it again really showcases what the essence of micro pitch is. We have pitch A and pitch B a little bit right of center. The depth is right in the middle. Pitch mix is right in the middle. The tone is rolled off just a bit. Delay A is probably around 1:30, 2 o'clock, and delay B is right in the center. Just a really nice lead tone, and that is going to be our starting point. You know, it's kind of interesting to start micro pitch first in the chain for this preset because you're getting delays first in the chain, but it really works in this context. It kind of blends with the other pedals, which I want. I want that gorgeous wash. So check this out one more time. Hear that? Perfect. Okay, so that's just our nice starting point. Let's head over to Tricera Chorus now. So now I've got Tricera Chorus queued up, and let me play you what's going on here. Here is the Tricera Chorus. Okay, so this is a preset called Slotery. This is one that I designed early on. I was going for just exactly like exactly what it says or what it's intending. It just kind of like a slow rotary type sound. But now that I play it in this chain, it's almost like that slow kind of MXR Phase 90 thing that Van Halen utilized in his lead tone for a period. It really kind of excites like the mid-range frequencies as it does that kind of wave thing. So let me just talk about how it's constructed briefly. Okay, so Tricera Chorus, obviously you can set it to, on the mix knob, you can set it to chorus, vibrato, or chorale. We have this set to vibrato, okay? That's the first thing that you're gonna wanna do to get like a, kind of like a slow rotary type thing happening. The rate, I have a very slow rate. It's barely on. I've got a little bit of detune involved just to give some more modulation. If you look at the three voices, left, center, and right, center is the most pronounced, but it's still very shallow. We have, in terms of MIDI values, it's only cranked up to, left is at 10, center is at 20, and right is at 10. So really very, very shallow settings there. The mix envelope knob I have set all the way, let's see, I have to think about this for a second. I have it basically off. It's fully counterclockwise, my God, tongue twister. And in that setting, that is the only sweep or only range that will give you this kind of phase type thing. I experimented with it forever, and I was just like, oh, okay, there we go. That's exactly what I'm looking for. So that just took a little bit of trial and error. Rate envelope, nothing really going on there. The pitch, a little bit left to center, and I've got a little bit of delay happening as well on this. That's pretty much what you need to know, or what's giving this thing its identity. It's really on the mix envelope knob. So remember, be sure to tweak that and find the right threshold to get these sweeps happening. Again, let me just play that one more time. Oh my God, whoa. Little intruder in that. Okay. Let me play that with micro pitch so you can hear how much this delay is adding. Ready? hear that in the left and right ear. Again, it's super rich, super 3D. And again, it's kind of interesting to have that delay first in this setting, and then the modulation with the Tricera chorus hitting that delay on top of an already modulated delay. So we have like a double modulation thing happening. Okay, so now let's go to the finisher, the icing on the cake, the KO punch, the Ultra Tap pedal. I love you guys. Even though I'm on the verge of a total meltdown.
I'm going to put that in.
Do it. Okay. Okay. I've got Ultra Tap queued up in EDM now. And this is another preset I created called Hall and Notes. No? Oh, maybe you guys get it. I don't know. But basically, on one side of the preset, you have like a hall reverb. On the other side, it's a delay, hence the notes. I don't know. All right. Bad comedy. The whole thing's bad comedy. But here we go. Okay, so I actually rolled off the mix. I think when this, in the preset, or the pedal shifts with the mix a little bit higher in the stock preset, I actually rolled it off and saved it. I think it's around 67 MIDI values, so like around 2 o'clock. Here I have it at, I don't know, like 10, 30, 11, something like that. And I don't want this to take precedent. I want it to be the finisher. I want it to enhance. Like, again, I'm going back to Bon Iver, but if you listen to some of the guitar work on that record, there's just a beautiful, beautiful reverb. Even though it's such an organic sounding record, it's so treated with like modulation that it harkens back to like the 80s. And I thought that was very interesting for that time. I think it came out in 2011. Nobody was really doing that. He brought back that whole thing, which I thought was really, really cool. And same thing with Metheny, like Bright Size Life, the reverb is super important. Okay, so this is utilizing Ultra Tap, which again is a Swiss Army knife and a chop machine and a swell machine and whatever you want it to be pretty much. This is utilizing the reverb side of Ultra Tap. So actually, let me just, before I keep talking here, let me play you what it sounds like. Okay, so hear that? Just a nice hall, beautiful. Man, you could play that all day. It's just super, it puts the right air or the right wind behind your sails, you know? Just if you're going for, this might be a good option if you're just going for a minimalist thing. You could just utilize this preset for a perfect kind of hall reverb. Anyways, the way that we get reverb in Ultra Tap, we jack the taps up. We have them jack them up. Oh man, I'm gonna get killed for this one. So I'm, you know, you can crank this up to 64 taps. I'm somewhere in between. I'd say like that's probably around like 45 taps or something. Who knows? Somewhere in there. The other key element is really the slurm here. Slurm, you might know it from Futurama. In this context, it smooths everything out. Just think about it as smoothing out your taps or your modulation. I have the, also the taper is important here too, because the further right you get here, the more it kind of rolls off the effect. So again, I don't want the reverb to take precedent. I want my actual pick attack to be there and the reverb to enhance it. Okay, so let's now put on all three pedals and let's check out what this sounds like. Okay, again. Just a perfect lushness. You hear that? You hear that Triceracourse really taking precedent there? It really is like that Phase 90. So that's basically it for this one. Again, pay attention to the pedal placement here. I went with the delay first, which is, you know, kind of unheard of. Probably committed some type of pedal treason by doing that, and the pedal gods will come after me when I'm sleeping tonight. But I have delay first, then I have the Triceracourse, which is really the most prominent in the center, and then I have just that nice hall reverb. That's the chef's kiss at the end of the signal chain. So now let's try to play a musical example that utilizes this stack of pedals. All right, everyone. Well, there it was. There's that musical example, and that was like taking a bath. It's all warm and tingly. Hopefully, you think that. But anyways, thank you so much for joining us on yet another episode of Preset Alchemy. Are you guys getting tired of my hand gesticulations yet? I hope not, because there's more to come. But anyways, again, utilize this in your own kind of creative path. Remember, I put the delay first on this one. I had my chorus modulation second, and then I had my reverb as the chef's kiss at the end. Said it twice, just for emphasis. But again, please remember to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell to stay up to date with everything Eventide. And you can head to eventideaudio.com to check out everything about the .9 pedals. So yeah, that's it. Leave me some comments on how you like this and how you're utilizing pedals, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks so much, everyone. And remember, stay creative. Peace out.